All right, we're jumping UFC bandwagon. Adrian Yanez is back in action here coming up. Adrian, how's it going, man?
Man, it's going good, man. Going good. Finally here, back a couple weeks away. I'm excited.
We obviously haven't seen you in like close to a year now. Like, what kind of was the reason for the layoff?
Yeah, I wanted to be way more active, and I was in shape, and I was ready to go. Like even after my fight in December, I like got right back into the gym and started trying to close gaps and trying to work on a lot of things and trying to figure out what I was going to be doing next. And uh, Yeah, I was staying ready, trying to get ready to get a fight booked, and then I was in March. Whenever I was out there helping Brandon Moreno, I ended up getting injured, and that kind of set me back a little bit. And then just getting cleared by the doctor was a whole hassle. So uh, I wanted to take fights, I just couldn't. The doctors weren't releasing me, and then like I finally got released in August. So once August hit, I was like, all right, cool. Let's start looking for fights, and boom, got a fight booked like a couple weeks after, and I'm like, okay, cool. At least I get a fight this year. That's all I'm happy about right now.
Just quickly on your last fight, like, what did you take away from that fight? Like, a pretty close one against Marcos. I think it could have
Mhm.
went either way. Like, is there anything you can take away from that? Like a split decision of just little things you could do to get the
Well,
decision in your favor?
well, man. Honestly, there was a lot of things going on in that camp. Like, and just for that fight itself, like even prepping for that fight, I should have like I still kind of harp on this on me on myself is that like I always like watching Marcos fight. Like I've noticed, like he was always like at least like catching a foul. Like he was like he even has a fight where it was no contest due to fouls, and I didn't bring that up to Keith Peterson before the fight, and I kind of wish I did just because. Uh, Man, I was compromised after that eye poke, and then like nut shot. It wasn't too bad. I got that Diamond Steel Cup, the Diamond MMA Cup, that thing's an absolute lifesaver. So it didn't hurt bad, but the thing that was worse was the eye poke, and like the Vaseline got in my eyes, so that kind of messed with my depth perception. So it was like, I wish at that moment it would have been like, hey, like I would have talked to Keith Peterson in the back and be like, hey, like he's known for fouls, he's fouled in every single one of his fights. Uh, Please, and especially that one being a double foul, like I feel like a point should have been taken, but it is what it is. I had to adjust, kind of it messed with my depth perception, so uh I couldn't really get going the way I wanted to, but I should have just been more active though. Like there's especially in that third round, I should have been a little bit more on it. I shouldn't have clinched them in those like in the last 20 seconds. It was just a lot. Like I don't I again it was me who lost that fight. Like even whenever I got to the corner, like I was in the corner, it just felt like everything was coming from everywhere, and it's just like all right, like mentally had checked out. So even me being mentally checked out still made it super competitive. So yeah, there's a lot of things.
And then for you, like I always kind of joke about MMA fouls that you kind of get one of everything
Yeah.
before they start taking points. Like you get an eye poke, you get a nut shot, you get a fence grab. Like, is that kind of frustrating for you? Like, do you think there should be like stricter penalties on the first foul?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I do think there should be uh there should absolutely be like a stricter thing, like especially like in this last one with Kevin Holland. He got only hit in the groin not once but twice. So I felt like there should have been a point taken, especially off that second one, because they say the first one's always the warning, but the warning you get in the very
Mhm.
back whenever you're getting the rules being. So they always say this is your first warning. Once you get in there, it's serious. I'm like, okay, cool, and none like it feels like none of these refs hold that that opinion, or like hold that rule set. It's like this is your first warning, because once they get in there, it's like oh warning after warning after warning. I'm just like all right, bro. When is stuff gonna actually start taking action? So, but again, it's kind of like for me, it's also kind of a weird situation because it was it was double foul in one. So I got a two for one.
Mhm.
So, uh, there's some things that could be changed. I don't know what to do about changing them or anything like that, but I feel like something should change.
And then your opponent, Christian Quinonez, like how familiar were you with him when you got the call?
Honestly, I remembered the last name Quinones. I thought he was his brother for a second, and uh, like once I saw who his brother was, I was like, oh, okay. And then everything started kind of coming back. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Like it just started falling together. Like, oh, that's who that is. Okay. And then from there, I was like, oh yeah, I did watch this fight. So, uh, so I'm just like Glenn again. I'm just happy I'm like back in the cage, getting active again. Uh, he's a tough guy, super scrappy, like come forward. He's from Mexico. He's a hardcore blooded Mexican. He's gonna fight like it. So man, that makes me excited.
And then like was this kind of the time frame you were looking for, like when you got cleared, or was this like kind of later, earlier than what you thought?
A little bit later, but like again, I was like, because I was going through physical therapy all like my whole summer was pretty much like I didn't even get to go vacation, get to like spend time. Like I was spending most of my time in physical therapy, and then I was able to train fully. So it was like I was hoping to get like a fight maybe September, October. But I'm kind of happy that it's November because I've been able to make some changes uh, in my camp and kind of move around a little bit. So like I'm glad that I got a little bit of extra time because now it's like a little bit more like I feel a lot more confident with everything. From moving past the injury to getting into camp and going through the camp fields and everything. So like I'm happy that it took a little bit longer, but me like in the fighter sense, I wanted to get in there as soon as I got cleared. I was like, hey, my name, short notice list, throw me in there. I don't care. I want to go in there, but I'm glad I got the time frame that I got.
Where is the camp for this one, and like who are you kind of working with?
So I've been going back and forth between Dallas and Houston a lot. I've been working at Fortis for the first half of the week, and I come back and kind of tone it down, uh, and kind of come back and work with the guys that I work with here. So like it's been solid goes. It's been solid good looks. So for me, I'm just excited to get going. But again, I get to do a lot of driving back and forth from Dallas to Houston, and it gets a lot of time for self reflection. And like that's honestly my favorite part is the self reflection driving to and back. So this is like it's been helping me out a lot.
10th UFC fight here. Like, is that pretty cool to reach double digits for you?
Oh yeah, man! Reaching double digits for me, I'm really happy about that. Like, I wish it was sooner rather than later, but I wish it was like it happened like 2 years ago. But things happen for a reason. Uh, but man, no, like this is crazy to me because like I've always kind of looked at like I never wanted to be that guy that got into the UFC and got out on their first contract. So like the fact that like I think fourth or fifth contract right now. So like, yeah, like the fact that I had to remember the contract. So I'm just like, bro, it's a blessing to me, man. I've been enjoying the ride. I'm just happy. Like I'm really just happy to be here and like and actually stay here. That's the biggest thing is just staying here and the fact that I'm gonna get double digits November 8th, man. That to me that's exciting.
Just at the Apex, is that disappointing, or is it just more like excited no matter what to finally be back?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited just to be back. So it's, again, like I wouldn't have cared if they told me, hey, you got to fight in your backyard. I'd be all right, cool. So to me, it's fun. Like I like just the fact that I'm able to like get this activity at back up and get started. I want to be fighting like 3 to 4 times a year. Like I want to get busy because again, like I've had a lot of like time to kind of sit, and I don't like sitting. I go crazy. I go stir crazy. I start like uh if I don't have a fight, man, I start like just like I start snapping a lot more, and I don't want to be snapping. I want to be training for something. I have goals I'm trying to accomplish. So the fact that even like I didn't care if it was Apex or not, but I'm also happy that I'm fighting on the same card as as a homie and training partner, Matt Schnell. So like I'm really happy about that too. It's been years, like 5+ years since I fought on the same card as my training partners.
Does that just make fight week kind of more enjoyable? Like you have someone, like probably makes a weight cut seem a bit easier, just kind of everything kind of goes through a bit easier.
Oh yeah, because like there was always like there was always camaraderie with each other every single time. Like we'd be cutting weight, and we all were in the sauna, kind of just cutting weight. Like man, like those days to me, like I love. Like everybody's going through the same thing. Like no one's complaining, no one's bitching. It's just all just like, hey, like we know what we got to do. We got to make weight. We're here. We got to push each other. We're all, sweating this out. So it makes it a lot easier. Like I do love that. Especially like the best thing about being an Apex card is that we have the PI right there. So it makes weight cuts just so easy, so manageable.
With Christian, like how do you kind of see this one playing out?
Man, I think it's going to turn out into a brawl. Like I think it's going to go into a brawl instantly because I do not want to take a back step at all. Like I want to be in his face consistently, and I know he's going to want to make it dirty and kind of wrestle, like use all of the MMA skill set. But again, I'm ready for it, and I do think I get him out of there. But if I don't, it's going to be a fight of the night. If I do, it's going to be a performance of the night on my end.
Do you worry about ring rust or anything? Just haven't been off for this long, or do you just think kind of your training kind of takes it away?
Training to me takes it away, and also like there's a difference with mindsets as well too. Like for me, I'm excited. I'm happy to kind of be coming back. That's what's getting me through. And I feel like the last time I had a longer layoff, I came back into the cage. I was super excited, ready to get in there and just fight. Like even like because it was a kind of a long layoff from my last regional fight to contender series. And by the time I got to the cage, I was locked and loaded, ready to go, wanted to fight and like go out there and prove a point. And that's kind of like the same feeling I have right now. Like, of course, like a little bit longer than I expected, but the fact that I'm gonna get in there, man, I'm excited and I'm just ready for the moment.
Is there any like pressure? Just kind of remind everyone, like, kind of you're back. Like obviously MMA, like there's so many cards. It seems like it's a what have you done for me lately? Like people kind of forget about
Yeah.
people. Like, is there a thought of just like kind of remind everyone that you're still this contender bantamweight?
Oh, absolutely. Like I'm not really even trying to prove anything to anybody else. Like for me, it's just more like along the lines of like I just I know what I'm doing. I'm not really like I don't care too much of the validation of everybody else anymore. For me, it's just wanting to go in there and put on a great performance. If they love it, they love it. If they hate it, they hate it. Man, to me, I'm just like, as long as it's not affecting my paychecks or anything like that, I'm good. Like I'm ready to go out there, uh, and throw heavy leather. Put a guy to sleep. If I put them to sleep, that 50 G sounds extra nice.
Just final thing, like what is kind of the goal then for next year? I imagine might probably be it for you. Maybe you get something short notice. Like what is kind of the goal for next year?
Man, short notice would be nice, but I would I would hope to get in February, March time frame. I just feel like that would be a good time. Uh, and honestly, after that, just picking up activity. Picking up activity. I hate sitting around. I hate not being able to train at times. I hate like not being able to push. Like I need a goal to work towards, and that's one thing that's going to be pushing me for this next year is just fighting as many times, winning and winning in incredible fashion. That's literally where I'm at.
Well, Adrian, I appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much for doing this again.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.